Sport to say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome to another Klaus video. And today, while you watch this Tier 10 Shimakaze game, look at this, Klaus is pink. And one of Klaus' torpedoes hit teammate, and now Klaus is pink. Anyway, Klaus want to discuss detection and spotting mechanic in this game. And it's all pretty good, you know. Every ship have its own detection range. It's dotted circle on the map. That's how close enemies have to be to spot Klaus. And then certain obstacles obstruct detection, like if enemy is behind island, you cannot see him. And it works pretty good, except Klaus have one big beef, and that's detection in smoke. Makes no sense in this game. It's just all bullshit. And what Klaus doesn't like is destroyers. They make smoke, and then they sit in smoke and shoot. And they can see everybody from smoke, and they just sit there and shoot everybody. You cannot see them. You cannot shoot them back because they're in smoke. What the hell's that all about? They're inside smoke, but they can see everything clearly. But you cannot see them. It's the same smoke. It only obstructs other people's view, which is bullshit. Klaus knows what you're going to say. You're going to say, but oh, Klaus, that destroyer have teammates, and teammates can see enemies, so then they know where enemy is. Okay, well, that's true. But to remember, Wargaming has made this game World of Warships. They also make another game called World of Tanks, and they have spotting mechanic in that game. And what happens in that game is if your teammates spot another enemy, then that enemy is on your mini-map. It's a little red dot on mini-map. Same as this game. But if you have obscured line of sight to that enemy, if that enemy is behind house or hill, you cannot see him. If that enemy is behind bush, is partially obstructed, you can only see red outline of tank. You cannot see him clearly. You see bush and you see faint red outline of tank. You don't know if that enemy is half behind rock or hull down or only little part of track is showing. So you have to try and judge where to shoot. You're not sure where to shoot. You don't see everything clearly all over map just because teammates have enemy spotted. But in this game, if you make smoke and you're sitting in middle of smoke screen, surrounded by smoke, imagine, you ever been in smoke, forest fire raging all around you with smoke everywhere, or your house is burning down and there's a whole room full of smoke? You think you can see clearly? No, you have to walk around with your hands in front of you and poke around. You not know where you are because you're blind because there's smoke. Even if other people outside say, no, just go down the hallway and outside, just straight ahead and then turn right. It doesn't matter if they know where to go or they can see clearly. You're in the freaking smoke. You can't see. Okay? So let's watch this game. Anything happen in this game so far? Klaus hit one torpedo and is in Shimakaze. And let's just watch this game. And there's going to be an example here of what Klaus mean about smoke. But for the meantime here, let's just watch Klaus shoot some torpedoes at some stupids. And with Shimakaze, Klaus like to stay at range when there's lots of other destroyers. But okay, now let's look at this. Okay, you see that? There's smoke screen. There's destroyer in smoke screen. You see that? You see his shots coming out of smoke screen? Can you see that? Look at the smoke screen. There's the smoke screen, and look at the shots coming out. Let's try and... There, you see? Look, smoke screen, and he's shooting. He's right there. He's shooting out of... He can see everybody. He's shooting his guns out of smoke screen. But nobody can see him. But he can see clearly because it's his smoke. That's bullshit. Smoke is a defensive weapon for destroyers to hide when they're in trouble. And it's true, it really existed. But what the fuck is this? So now there's this stupid mechanic allows destroyers. Now, Klaus's destroyer already have secret weapons. They're called torpedoes. You don't have to be able to sit in smoke and be able to fire everyone clearly around the map. He can see everyone clearly and just shoot everybody, and nobody can see him, which is stupid. So what Klaus thinks should happen here is when you're, look, he's still shooting. We have to basically almost bump into him to detect him now because he's still. But what Klaus thinks is if you're in smoke and you make smoke, you should be blind. If your enemies see, or I mean, if you, there he is. Okay, finally, he's visible because teammate is almost on top of him. So Klaus just killed this prick, smoke sitting destroyer. Just a minute here. Let's take a couple of shots. But anyway, so what Klaus thinks should happen is if you're in smoke and your allies can see enemies, then they should appear on your minimap. You should see them on minimap, of course, because you have your allies tell you where they are. But you should not be able to see clearly out of your smoke to be able to shoot all of them. Things should be obscured somewhat. Maybe everything should be fuzzy, or maybe you should just see a foggy outline of ships. You should not be able to see everyone clearly from inside smoke. What this causes in game is destroyers to just sit still, make smoke, and then just shoot, and is frustrating for everybody else who have to, okay, you go, we have to spot that destroyer. It's your turn to just go get shot 49 times on your way to that destroyer. You have to get within 1 kilometer to see him, right? It's crap, pisses everybody off, and destroyers do not need that secret weapon. Destroyers already have a great secret weapon, which is torpedoes, and pretty good concealment anyway. So if you make smoke, you should be able to hide in smoke. And if your teammates see enemies, you should be able to see those enemies on minimap. But you should not be able to zoom in sniper mode and see every little thing, islands clearly, enemies clearly, the ripples on top of the ocean 7 miles away clearly, the little dolphins swimming 11 kilometers away, you can see those clearly from inside your freaking smoke screen. That's bullshit, and they have to fix that, or some battleship and cruiser captain's going to get pissed off and stop playing this game, right? Now, Klaus loved destroyers, but still, Klaus believes that's a bullshit spotting mechanic. So these guys should learn from the way it works in World of Tanks, which is, how does it work in World of Tanks? Well, yeah, if you do not have clear line of sight to enemy, you cannot see him in sniper mode. Okay, simple as that. So basically, if you have smoke, you should not have clear line of sight to enemies. You cannot see enemy through island because there's no clear line of sight, right? See, Klaus cannot see these enemies behind the island. Can still see red dots because teammates see them, but Klaus cannot zoom in and see them, right? There's no line of sight. Now that should be the same as smoke screen. If you have smoke screen, there should not be clear line of sight to enemies. There should be, at best, obscured line of sight. So enemies should look maybe foggy or hazy, or exact position not exactly right. Maybe like they do it in storms. You know, when you're in storm, you can't see anything because you're fucking blind because there's a big storm going around. Well, same thing with smoke screen. Smoke screen is actually worse visibility than storm, but you can see clearly through smoke, which makes no sense. So anyways, that's Klaus's rant. Let's watch the end of game here. See if Klaus can actually hit someone. Did Klaus get any damage in this game? Maybe. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Who's this? It's a battleship. Oh, and a cruiser. There we go. Let's launch these torpedoes. 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is not a good shot. They're not facing sideways. Now, Klaus is in trouble. Klaus is in trouble. Have to take evasive action here. So what should Klaus do? No, problem is not solved. Klaus is in trouble. Klaus has to avoid these shots. Look at that barrage of torpedoes headed your way. You're going to sink soon. Look, enemy can see Klaus, right? They're shooting Klaus. Look at this. Klaus just has to... Oh, Klaus got hit again. Klaus is in trouble. Look at those torpedoes headed there. Klaus even take a shot. Come on. And any hits? Come on. Boom. Oh, only not low roll. 9,000 damage. Well, you know what? Klaus is in trouble. So Klaus can just make smoke. Let's make some smoke. Let's stop. Stop the ship. Make some smoke. There. Now we make some smoke, right? We stop. There we are. Sitting in smoke. Nobody can see Klaus. Hiding in it. Look at this. Klaus can clearly see the enemies. The islands. Look at those little trees up there in the beach. There's a little salmon swimming in that water. Klaus can see everything clearly through the freaking smoke screen. That's how this spotting mechanic works. Look, Klaus is in smoke. Oh, Klaus is safe. But can clearly see everything all over map. Can shoot the island, right? Because Klaus can see through his own smoke. Of course. It's my smoke. I can see through it, so screw you. And that's all Klaus have to say about that. Let Klaus know what you think about spotting mechanic. Klaus thinks they have to fix this because it's, you know why? Because it's stupid. It doesn't work properly. And this is Klaus's opinion, but Klaus is pretty sure he's correct. What do you think? Leave a comment and let Klaus know what you think. Thank you all for watching.